Make sure that's all working. I like my own shit, and we're good. Alright. Let's make sure Twitch chat is alive. Okay, I think we're good. Alright. Let me just wait up for all the boys to get in here. Are you going out a majestic beard? I don't know yet.
Card games on motorcycle!
Don't think it'll get as long as last time, especially considering the certain cosplay that has to happen soon. So it'll be going very shortly. Hey, Burger. Yeah, we'll be going very shortly once the cosplay happens. Whenever that is. Should be very soon, that cosplay. I've got all the pieces here now, so I just need to get a good day to do it, because I've got some stuff coming up that I don't want to have to beard for. Hey, Linvor. Jug Stream 2 when? That might happen soon too, maybe.
Card games on motorcycle!
Nice flex, Goodwin cosplay you've got on. I mean, I know, right? It's looking pretty similar. Thanks for the follow, Bassal. Hey, Professor. So we'll just wait a little bit for everyone to get in here. I have no idea how many people we've got so far. Not enough. So once we've got a few people in here, we'll start. And as per normal, we're going to start right from the bottom. I've only had a look at some of the cards in here, very few of them, just from excitement from my own Discord. I have no idea what the actual cards are. I haven't gone through the actual box myself. What are the reprints? Let me just check. So it's Cherry Mardo, Pencil Masker, Tatas, Humpty, Kickfire, some bullshit. So what does it go up to? So I assume these are all reprints, and this is the new stuff starting here, I imagine. Yeah, assault cards seem like they must be new. So I imagine that's where the new stuff starts. You have to do a Kangaroo Chan deck soon? That's not happening. You always send me messages. What do you all want? Thanks, Andre. Hey, Doy. Are we gonna see Immortal Monster support? I have no idea. Alright, 27 people here. That's enough to start, I think. Should be. Maybe a little bit more. I have no idea how many people want to watch this stream from YouTube. Haven't done a box review on Twitch yet, so no idea how many people want to click from the YouTube link. I assume a few would want to? I don't know. I really have no concept of how many people actually watch my stuff still. Alright, cool. You like a kid in a content shop. I don't know what a content shop is. I'm not sure what you mean by that, buddy. Alright, fuck it, we'll start. That's enough. Okay, right on YouTube, already have. It's already in the community tab. So, let's get this started. Alright, so these are all fucking reprints, which the only one to be excited about in the reprints is clearly Kangaroo Champ. He is very, very noteworthy. God damn, what a lad. I thought every fucking kangaroo outside of Australia just has to be given boxing gloves. I have no idea where this boxing kangaroo like meme started, but if you ever fight a kangaroo, they do not use their fists. There is no boxing when it happens to a kangaroo, but no idea where that meme started. But alright, we'll move on. Let's actually start the box review. Alright, what archetype do you want? I have no idea. Oh, what do I want to be added? I don't really want anything to be added. I want new support to be added. I mean, I want new stuff to be added, but I prefer to have new Fire Fist support be fantastic. Kangaroo Jack? I have no idea what that is. Dude, I'm not Australian enough. I'm a fake Australian. Cyber Angel support? That'd be pretty cool too. Alright. Assault Slash. Activate. Oh, so I assume this box can have more assault cards in it, which is pretty cool. Kind of sad for anyone that didn't pay for the structure deck, but for the non-free-to-play players, it's pretty pog. Activate only while you control an assault mode monster. Destroy all face-up monsters on the field. We don't really use effects like this currently anyway, like AoE destruction effects. Like we don't really care about target like just removing shit. We don't really care too much about that. We prefer to have like more consistency in what we're actually doing. I mean, it's not a bad card by all means, but I don't think we want this. I doubt this will go in any assault deck. I think you just prefer to summon a big assault monster and just beat your opponent to death, as opposed to summon a big assault monster then wipe his board. It just doesn't seem like worthwhile. Plus back row move, like wouldn't you prefer a Cosmic Cyclone over this any day? Like you prefer just to remove back row over having destruction removal. Just yeah, nah, you wouldn't want this. Because this is what they need. Yeah, they way prefer consistent stuff, or just having like Cosmic Cyclones in the deck, just removal. It's gotta be better. So I doubt they'll get used. Slash kill the assault mode monster. Oh my god, it would too. Yikes. I thought it was opponent's monsters. Jesus Christ, it's not going to get played. Oh, Jesus, nope. That actually kills your own monster, you are right. I thought that was only opponent's monsters. Jeez, that is a yikes. Yeah, you're never going to use that. Obviously, you can use it with the Red Arc Fiend one and bring back the Red Arc Fiend dude, but we really don't care. I don't know if the other assault modes bring themselves back yet, because I haven't seen them yet, but that's a yikes. I don't know if the other assault modes probably also have the effect they res the synchro back, but yeah, that's a yikes. Alright. Assault Revival. Remove from play one assault mode activate from your graveyard. Destroy all monsters you control and special summon one assault mode monster from your graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. Its effect is negated and it cannot be tributed. If it's removed from the field, remove it from play. Yeah, that's a bad card. Yeah, I don't see where this actually makes sense, other than like all your monsters die and then you use it to summon your assault mode. Like it's a comeback card. We don't want comeback cards. We want winning cards. We don't want to be behind. I don't like this at all. It's a yuck for me. Also, it obviously has the quick play effect, so like you could swing at your opponent. Pop your own opponent, you pop your monster, bring back the assault mode, swing again. There's like an easy like OTK, I guess, like lethal looking thing. But like, yeah, I don't think we want this. I doubt it. Seems pretty yikes. So how do you assault this box from what you saw? Get it? You build assault mode, let's go, is that a thing? Yikes. Yeah, we definitely don't need this. This seems bad. Probably why it's a normal. Alright, Assault Teleport. Return one Assault Mode monster from your hand to the deck. Draw 2 cards. Interesting, actually. What an interesting card. Because generally the Assault Mode cards, when they're in your hand, you don't want them. Assault Mode's like, that includes the monsters, right? That includes the monsters. Obviously it includes the monsters, but this means like the Red Dragon Art Fiend dude or whatever. It's like you just the big boss guy. Because generally you don't want them in your hand because you can't summon them from hand. So you send it back to the deck, draw 2 cards. Also, it technically can be like you can use the any card that searches for the assault mode stuff, add it to hand, draw 2 if you want to. Instead of just going for your normal play, like if you already have an assault mode in hand, you can like. If you already have like an assault mode activate in hand, You can just search for one of your Assault Mode monsters instead, and then use this guy's effect to draw 2. I wonder if it'll get any play. Draw 2 is a pretty powerful effect. Draw 2 is a pretty powerful effect. It's not even a +1. But you don't want the Assault Modes in your hand, so it's not even that bad. Like, if anything, like, it can help you because you sends the Assault Modes back. Interesting. I wonder if it'll get played by anything. It depends on how consistent the Assault Mode decks are. Because the Assault Mode decks are already pretty consistent. Like, you don't actually need draw cards in the Assault Mode decks currently. Like, the Assault Mode deck that I've, like, had on my channel, easily is just fine. And there's probably better cards in this box to make the Assault Mode decks anyway. But I like the existence of this. It's kind of cool. Can help with people that don't have certain cards. Like, can be a good, like, fit in. Yeah, it can return, the Assault Mode Red Dragon Archfiend back into the deck. Or any of the ones for that matter. Alright. Girochin Kurogata. Oof. What the fuck is he holding? Is he holding a spring? Despite its small size, the monster has powerful jaws that can rip metal to shreds. Oh. Yes. This is the card we were looking for. 1700 attack normal monster. What's Axe Raider? The ultra rare 1700 attack or something? Oof. Poor Axe Raider. Poor guy. He's finally been power crept literally out of existence. He's just gone. It's the long end of a bolt? Oh, it is too. Oh yeah, because you can see the bolt in the background. I'm dumb. Although, why the fuck is the bolt in the background bigger than the bit in the foreground? Shouldn't this one be bigger than that one? Yeah, we'll move on. Yeah, like if that's the... Isn't the bolt bit... Shouldn't they be the same size? Like that bit and that... You know, I don't care. I really don't care. Pale Beast. With skin with skin tinged a blue-white, this strange creature is a fearsome sight to behold. Does he have like eyes on his chin as well? Oh, it's 2 heads. Oh, it's 2 heads but only 1 tongue. Huh. Okay. Big brain art. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. This is I have no comment about this one. He's just there. Wolf. Oh, it's just a wolf. This alpha wolf uses his sense of smell to find the enemy. Quit sniffing at my socks. He uses his sense of smell. Yeah, that's some Uwus right there, boys. This is the fairies card right here. Trying making cards again? Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was just for fairies. The Aussie accent made that perfect, did it? God fucking damn it. Alright, enough of using you fairies in the chat. Actually, have we got any fairies in the chat? Anyone in there? Any fairies in the chat for this? Right, fuck, let's move on. Alright, Jester Lord. Alright, so we're getting some new Jester cards tomorrow. Oh my god, stop with the Uwu emotes. God fucking... No, stop Uwu commanding. Alright, so getting new Jester cards tomorrow. Or, well, today for me, but tomorrow for you lot, I think. At some point. So, that's what this card's going to be helping with. While this card... Oh my god. While this card is the only monster in the field and spell trap... Well, on the field, it gains 1000 attack for each card in the spell and trap card zones. Okay, so it can just be a big buffed boy, actually. While this card's the only monster on the field... Oh, so it has this includes your opponent's field. So it's trash. If your opponent has no monsters, this card can be Pog. If they have a monster, it sucks. Also, if your opponent has spell and trap cards on the field, it's unlikely this guy can do anything anyway. He's just going to get, you know, treacherous or floodgated or canardied. We'll give that a solid, no. Because like he can't even reach the like you say OTK Andre, but he can't even reach the 4K OTK mark unless your opponent has a face down. To be fair, you can just like use a field spell and then it works. You have 4, so I guess you can kind of if you like. But I'm gonna say nah. Because plus I think there's probably better jesters we've seen from like the leaks from that are coming out for do better than that anyway. The ones that can hit directly. So we can just want a fat no. The Australian guy. Zenwu. Oh, that's a good point. Zing Zen Hu combo. The trap card that makes your opponent's spell and traps not be activated. So it chooses 2 cards your opponent controls. They can't be activated. So then it gives them like... You can also use it with the Fire Fist spell, the continuous spell that makes one of your opponent's face downs not activatable. So therefore they still have spell and traps on the board, technically. And you have some as well. But they can't use theirs. So that's a pretty good little combo you can use it with. I didn't think of that. That might actually be like a valid combo. Because then you can summon like a 3k and it's actually pretty pog. Not bad. Not bad. It's also a monster that does the same thing too, but I don't think you use that anymore. Anyway, Nightwing Sorceress. You can activate Assault Mode Activate this turn. The turn it is set. Oh. I don't think we want to though, lady. Like, even if we do, you'd have to have this on the... No, we don't... Nope. I mean, the only time you're ever going to use this is if it's part of the synchro combo. Like, if you have something that, like, you can use this level 3 for easily. So, like, you play this level 3, play another thing, you synchro into your monster, you can assault mode anyway. Then you can just have this in your deck randomly. But you're not going to use it. You're really not. I highly doubt it. Power of Dark, Goodwin, Jester, ATK. Yeah, that's more what I'm thinking about. The other jesters, but it is a shout. That other jester card might actually be usable thanks to things like the Zen Wu thing, which I forgot what its name was, or like the Fire Fist spell. Yes, I forgot Sergeant Electro existed. That's not what I was talking about, but I don't think I use him anymore. Assault Mercenary. Once per turn, you can return 1 Assault Mode Activate from your hand or graveyard to the deck to destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. You wouldn't use this, you just use Cosmic over this, right? Yeah, you just use Cosmic Cyclone, you wouldn't use this. Any kind of spell or trap remove is probably better than this. It takes your normal summon to summon this thing for an effect that's pretty mediocre. I highly doubt. Like, the only reason you'd use this is because it might be searchable. Like, it's a searchable thing, because it contains Assault Mode Activate, so you can technically search this, I guess. Why is he holding a giant dildo? Hang on, just... I have to assess this real quick. Hang on. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah. Valid point. Maybe this box is really just trying to appease fairy characters. I don't know. Alright, we'll just go on to the next card. Checks out? Yeah, checks out. Arcane Apprentice. If this card is sent to the graveyard for synchro summon, you can add 1 Assault Activate from your deck to your hand. So, generally this effect doesn't seem bad. Only, it can only really be used with an assault mode that happens to use level 2. It's like a level 4, that's 6. So like, you have like it has to be like a level 6 one, realistically. A level 6 assault mode card could use this, and it gives you like the assault mode. So you have like a level 4 that special summons itself, you summon this card, you synchro summon your thing, your level 6, and you can add your assault mode to hand. So I'm going to make the bold prediction that there's probably a level 6 assault mode in this box. Is there one? Is there one in this box? Because I'll make the bold prediction there probably is if this card exists. It seems like it would fit really well with one. Either way, that's like... could be useful in that particular deck if there is a level 6 assault mode. Other than that, I don't think it'll be useful that often. But it's not a bad card by any means. It's just a free search for assault mode if you want to go into that shit.
Card games on motorcycle!
Use this for level 7 Arcana Magician? Okay. No, with Psy you can make it level 6 and go into Arcanite. Oh, so it's just the Psychic thing. Okay. No, you can use it with the Tricky and that Fable tuner. That's that too. You can use it with the Tricky. That would work. But yeah, you can also use it with the Psy dude and make it into level 7. And go into Arcanite Magician. No, so Arcanite Magician's in here too, isn't it? I don't need Spellcaster tuner though, long. I mean, would you even need it then? Because like the tuner already searches for Oh, you can't use the Psychic dude because the Psychic dude was tuner, right? There'll be 2 tuners. Isn't the Psychic dude also a tuner? So it has to be used with something else. It can't be used with that. Isn't that the Psychic dude a tuner? Yeah, so they can't even be used with that. Anyway, never mind. We'll see what happens when we get to it because I assume it's just it's level 2, so it's kind of awkward. Hyper Psychic Blaster Assault Mode. Oh, this is an assault mode. Okay. What's the normal Hyper Psychic Blaster? Hang on. I'm just going to check Duel Links real quick. What is the normal one? Do we have the normal one? Hyper Psychic Blaster. What is that? Come on, Duel Links. You can load. Oh my fucking god. Stop with the notifications. Stop. Let me fucking scroll. Do we have a Hyper Psychic Blast yet? Hyper... Alright, so this guy. So this is the assault mode for this fella here. This little dude here. If this card attacks the defense position monster and inflict piercing damage to your opponent, at the end of the damage step, this card attacks the defense position monster, and that's defense is lower than its attack. Gain equal to the surplus. So pretty mediocre effect. Very mediocre. Big attack stat, but its effects are pretty shit. And it's not even technically generic. It's not generic at all. It just gives you life points, so pretty lame. We'll give that one a fat lame. So what does the assault mode for it do? This card cannot be special summoned instead of the assault mode. If this card battles a monster at the end of damage step, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the monster's defense and gain life points equal to its attack. So that's similar to fuck me, what's his name? The big elemental hero guy we got that it's really hard to summon. That he's Neos and Ubel. Similar effect to that guy. While this card on the field is destroyed, you can special summon one Hyper Psychic Blaster from your graveyard. We're not going to use this. It's bad. It's pretty bad. I think. I don't like the look of this. It seems pretty bad, right? Ugh. Yeah, it seems pretty bad to me. I don't know. I don't like it. Neos Wise Man, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Similar effect, but that gains like life points equal to the attack and damage equal to the defense, or whichever way around it was. Either way, it's not that great, really. Plus, gaining life points is very mediocre an effect on any card because we don't really care about our life points. Life points is just like another resource that we don't really need. We're not all trying to play Cyberstein here. It's very, very average. I think there's a reason it's normal rarity. I doubt you're going to use this. I really do. There might be some like weird deck that for some reason you stuff it in, but its effect's just too weak. There's so many better cards in this game now. Alright, Shiranui Smith. So I heard we got some Shiranuis because I know that my friend IRL plays Shiranui deck. So I know they're pretty fun. They got a bunch of zombies and synchros and bullshit. So hopefully we get some fun ones. I'm really looking forward to playing Shiranui. So hopefully we actually get some good ones. Because I have no idea what the deck actually does. I've just seen him play it before. So, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard as a synchro material, you can add one Shiranui card from your deck to your hand, except Shiranui Smith. You can only use the effect of Shiranui Smith once per turn. If this card is banished, you can activate this effect. This turn, zombie type monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle. That's a weird effect. If this is banished, so as soon as you can banish stuff from your graveyard with Shiranui, so if this is in the graveyard, you can banish it. So you can protect your monsters from being destroyed. Free searcher when used for a synchro summon. The question is, are there any like tuners that are... but plenty of tuners would be good for this. So free searcher, and then I assume the Shiranuis that can banish stuff from the graveyard to protect your stuff. I assume. I think that's how Shiranuis work, right? They just banish stuff from your graveyard as resources for stuff. I think that's how they work. I don't remember. I haven't actually looked at them. If that's how they work, this card might be okay because it can protect your stuff. There's probably better cards for this, but protecting from battle isn't all that useful. You prefer to protect from like actual destruction removal and actual removal, not from battle. That's kind of cool to have it there. Something good with Vendred? I don't think so. If it wasn't just being protected from like only battle, it'd probably be useful. It's just that battle is kind of very... I don't know if you really particularly want that. Like, if you're protecting your monsters from battle, chances are your opponent's monsters are still going to be too powerful than the monsters you have anyway. Like, you're not going to be able to kill them on your turn anyway if they're too big. So it's kind of like, yeah, I think we prefer to have just some generic removal or something. If it happens to be that, like, the search effect for this is really OP, then maybe it might be used, because, like, the search effect is kind of useful. Having a free search is always kind of nice, but we may not use it. The search is kind of nice. You know, draw store cards like I saw maybe loses. I mean, we'll get to that when we actually see it, but we're not up to that card yet. Frozen Fitzgerald. Fantastic name. 1 Dark Tuner, 1 non-tuner beast type monster. A non-beast. Okay. A non-tuner beast monster. Okay. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. Alright. That's kind of nice. I like that effect. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, while you control no monsters, you can discard 1 card to special summon this card from the graveyard in face-up defense position. Its defense is equal to its attack. Alright, so the card itself, its effects, PogChamp. Very good effects. Little Armades looking card, so it's literally just Armades. Only it needs a Dark Tuner and a non-tuner beast type. So it's very specific requirements for an Armades that can res itself. But if you have the specific requirements in your deck or are able to run it, you will run this card. Because everyone runs Armades anyway, just as a one-off. So you would run this card. It's like literally just... It's not as good as Armades in a way that it can't, like... It doesn't stop monster effects. But like, if you have the requirements for this, it can keep resing itself. So it's probably better than Armades. And it's like, yeah. It's a cool card. I like this card. Really like this card. Will we be able to use it? Probably not, because it requires super specific stuff. Like, it has to be a beast deck this is in. A beast deck. Like, what beast decks do we have that are level 5? Because the only beast deck I can think is what? Fucking Hazy? Is that even beast? That's beast, right? And Hazy doesn't... Is already level 5, so it would be hard to synchro with Hazy in this. Hazy's already level 6, I mean. Am I 5? I don't know. 1 or 2. Fabled, I guess that works. So I guess it's kind of cool. It's an anime card, one of those dark synchros. I mean, it's really cool. It's a super cool card. Junk synchro of the beast type? Maybe. Like, if there's any Armades for the normal rarity, true. For normal rarity tournaments, PogChamp. Make a Frozen Fitzgerald Beaver Warrior deck. Could use it with Beaver Warrior, that would work. Level 1 tuner, PogChamp. Starting is dumb to summon because fuck you. I mean, the card is a really good effect. I can understand why it's hard to summon. Like, it's really good. If this was generic, this card would be in every deck as a one-off, and like, you can't really do that. Either way, good card. Maybe hard to summon, but if it's a deck that is able to summon it, they'll use it because it's a good card. Next. Z-Man the Ape King. God damn, he's got a fucking hairstyle going on. God damn it. The fuck? Okay. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. Another Armades. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can select that monster and send 1 monster from your hand or side of the field to the graveyard to negate the attack. 1 Dark Tuner, 1... What summons these guys? Okay, I'm seeing a little trend here. Is this a deck? Is there a deck that happens to use this Dark Tuner and non-beast tuner that's coming up? Because these are some pretty cool tuners. I like these synchros. I like this. I'm really hoping there's some free-to-play deck for this. That'd be pretty fun. These are really cool. Both of them really good effects. One revives itself, the other stops your opponent attacking. And all you have to do is discard monsters. It is discarding as a cost though, so it would work with Fabled, but not with something that it would work well with Fabled. That's just it, really. It was discard, right? Well, oh no, someone wants to be handed to the graveyard. So does that work for Fabled? They like being sent to the graveyard, right? I think. So like die and may Dark Synchro Lit. That's a cool card though. I like this shit. Here's some cool cards. Alright, next. Alright, now first, Shiranui Synchro. Alright, this one I was quickly rate. Yeah, about as good as this one. Same result. Pog card. If it can fit into a deck with specifically these requirements, I'm sure you would use it. Either way, next. Shiranui Samurai Saga. Okay. One zombie type tuner. One or more non-tuner zombie type monsters. So, big fat zombie deck. And it's what, level 6? Okay. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can target one of your banished zombie-type monsters, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, change to defense position all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to that monster's. If this card is banished, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, it loses 500 attack. So its effects are reasonably weak. It is during either player's turn, so it's similar to the Crystron card. So it's not that bad. Like that effect is already pretty good. Like we've seen in action. So it's not a bad card. It's not bad, but it's not particularly great either. Like turning all your opponent's monsters to defense just generally stops them attacking. I mean, it's not that bad. I don't know if you need this card though. I've no idea how the Shiranui deck goes, so I have no idea if you'll need this card. It's not a terrible effect by any means, especially considering it's like not a special summon. It's like everything. Oh, it has to be your monster has to be attacked. Oh, that's kind of lame. Change defense position. All monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to that monster's. Okay, so you have to banish a very specific monster that has to have a high attack. I don't know about that one. That sounds kind of aimed. Then she got obedience scolding. Someone's 3-based in the deck. I think I've seen that card before. That's a new one. I think I've seen it. If that might work. I don't know. I don't know about this card. Seems like I have no idea if they, because I know they like to banish some synchros occasionally, don't they, or something. I haven't gone through the actual deck list yet, so. But having a high attack card banished seems like a pretty high requirement, because otherwise this effect is literally useless. So I think we'll wait on this one. It seems pretty bad, but there might be some. It may not be bad. I may just be completely wrong because I have no idea how the deck functions. Okay, Assault counter. Activate only when you control an Assault mode card. Negate the activation of a spell, trap, card, or monster effect and destroy it. Now here's a card that's interesting. Will we use this? Probably. You'll probably use this, right? Because we've already got it so that's basically like... It's guaranteed that by turn 2 you'll have your Assault mode card out with the current deck we have. That's without going through the rest of the cards in this box. And this is a negate for anything. So you can even protect it. You can negate monster effects. It's so good. You can probably find room for this, right? You can easily find room for this in the deck. It's gotta be. It's literally like a, yeah, it just negates everything. It's an Omnigate. Assault mode Parshath, yay. Yeah, you can use it with Parshaths. You can have Parshaths in your deck too, and have just full on negates. Jesus. And negates invade. Is it searchable? It doesn't have Assault mode activate in its text, so I don't think so. I don't think it's searchable. I don't know if they search for specifically Assault cards. So I think the Psychic Tuner guy searches for a card that contains Assault mode activate in its text, I believe. So I don't think it's searchable. But it might be searchable by another card in here, I don't know. Fun Police, yikes. Pog card though. I'm pretty sure people will start using this, at least try to use it. It seems pretty fucking good to me. Just having a normal, like a negate for everything, it's just nice. Nice to have. Can really, really help decks get move on. If you get this on turn 1 with your Assault Mode card, you're pretty fucking happy. You'll probably get Cosmic Cyclone, because everyone runs Cosmic Cyclone right now, but you're pretty happy. Right. Alright, a field spell for Shiranui. Okay. Shiranui Style Synthesis. Once per turn, if you control no monsters, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard and activate one of these effects. Target 1 zombie-type monster with 0 defense in your graveyard, special summon it. Okay. Target 1 of your banished zombie-type monsters with 0 defense, return it to the graveyard. So all your zombies have 0 defense, right? You guys have you have to control no monsters to use this. God, I really have to see how the deck functions to know if this is useful or not. Is having the free return all that useful? It's not a free return, so you have to send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Here's a free, like, resurrect effect, though. It depends on, like, if you need the free res. I don't know if you do or not. Summon Zombie Clown. Terraforming Wind. Yeah, I have no idea how good this card is. I have to see the rest of the archetype or see the deck played to know. It seems like a pretty average card, but at the same time, like, I don't know how, like, good it is resing some stuff. It seems pretty average though from just first glance. I don't like the look of it, but that could be completely wrong. It's hard for me to rate. I'll just say it's like, it looks average, but I have no idea. Like, I'm probably completely wrong. I have no idea how the deck's played. The res effects might be OP. Also, the fact that you can target, it's like 2 effects, target when you banish and return that to the graveyard. Like, maybe the fact that it gives you more resources might be good. I don't know. We'll see. We have to wait and see on that one. Alright. The Ghost Charon. The Underworld Boatman. Okay. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can target 1 fusion monster in your graveyard, banish both this card from the field and that target, and if you do, special summon 1 dragon-type synchro monster from your extra deck, whose levels equal the total levels those 2 monsters had. You can use this effect of Ghost Charon once per turn. You cannot special summon... What the fuck is this effect? Okay. So you have to have a fusion monster in your graveyard, and this guy, and then you can use it to synchro summon into a dragon of the same level. So you can use Cyberdark to send a fusion monster to the graveyard and then use this effect. This is so oddly random. I don't think this is going to be useful. It seems pretty bad. Unless there's like some fusions in this box that are useful with it. It by itself seems pretty bad, but maybe there's some fusions in the box that make it OP. I have no idea. We shall see. Can I ask you a question? That depends on the question. You can certainly ask it, but I may not answer it. Place second Neos Fusion, then use Sharon. I guess. We shall see. I don't think there's anything particularly I want to use this with just yet. But like in a Neos Fusion deck, you know, I guess there's potential for that. What level is Neos Fusion? Is it level 7? It's level 7, right? So 7, 8, 9? Is there even a dragon level 9? I don't know. I guess there's some random ass potential for like Neos Fusion decks, maybe. That's a good shout. Are you gay? Lol. What would my sexuality have got anything to do with this? I'm gonna not even bother answering. Alright. Archetype Magician Assault Mode. So this is the pod card I've been getting a lot of fucking shit in the Discord for. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can be special summoned except with Assault Mode activate. When this card is special summoned, place 2 spell counters on it. This card gains 1000 attack for each spell counter on it. You can remove 2 spell counters from this card to destroy all cards your opponent controls. All cards. So that includes macro. Huh. You know, spell destroy all cards your opponent controls. When this card in the field is destroyed, you can spell summon on it from your graveyard.
Card games on motorcycle.
Thank you for the... there's a sub on Twitch, actually. Sub on YouTube. Damn. Now, this is a card. Huh. If you use that one spell card, field spell, mythic beast, then you're pretty much set. Well, this deck's definitely going to get played. People are going to at least try to play the deck. Regardless if it's actually good or not, people are going to try to play this, because this effect is pretty pog. Pops everything. Boom. Use inverse universe on this, turn its defense into attack. Huh. I don't think you even need to. Like, it's just going to come out as like a boom everything. Black Crow's dragging your opponent's field only. It's not as good as Black Crow's because it doesn't like happen when you summon it. You have to like actually activate it to use it. But this card's cool. This card has potential. People, I'd love to mess around with this, and I'm sure that someone will make some deck for it that'll be pretty cool. Obviously, it's weak to things like Canadia, because you just get 10 face down before I can use this effect, or Floodgate, and shit like that. So it's not that great, but it's cool. That effect is really cool. Yeah, it seems pretty cool. We'll see. I do really like the look of this card. It's pretty fun, at least. It's not bad, but the only problem I don't have an Arcanite Magician. Yikes. Alright. Doom Kaiser Dragon Assault Mode. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only special summon, so with Assault Mode. When this card is special summoned, When this card is special summon any number of zombie type monsters from either player's graveyard to your side of the field. Those monsters' effects are negated and they are destroyed during the end phase of this turn. When this card on the field is destroyed, you can summon one Doom Kaiser Dragon from your graveyard. So how does this work? Can you get to choose the monsters you special summon? If so, you have like Zombie World out, and then you've obviously got a fucking Pog OTK card here. You summon this, there's your two fucking boss monsters at either side of it. Boom boom. The fucking boys come out with this lad. And I believe Doom Kaiser Dragon is a lot easier to summon. Hang on, where's Doom Kaiser Dragon? Is he at level 6? He is, right? Oh, he's a level 6. And he's Plague Spreader Zombie. This was an easy... Okay, this deck was fucking easy to summon. Real easy to summon. So the card it's summoning is, of course... Let me open the game capture real quick. This Kite Dragon. So, I made a video on this a while back. I think I already have a deck list that I probably have already made. Where's Bonds? Bonds.
Card games on motorcycle.
I don't think it was this one. Similar to that, no? It's called that deck was ancient. Nah, it was this one? Okay, well, apparently I butchered it a little bit, I think. Should I just take the last deck on the list to make sure it wasn't this one? That was me trying to make another meme deck. Alright, so it was similar to this. Basically, you have, obviously, this dude, which we can have 3 of now, thanks to the unban. 3 of this guy, 3 of this guy. You can have things like this to search for them. Shut up, Siri. And it's easy. You summon either of these two guys, you send this dude to the grave, boom, there's your level 6. Literally, on the turn you do it. So it's a 1 card, instantly you got your Doom Kaiser Dragon. Super, super fucking easy summon, that one. And you have Phosphorus Army, which can turn your graveyard into zombies. Pog Champ. Yeah, so super cool little effect that's going to happen with this. But, to be fair, this guy already does steal a zombie monster from the graveyard, I believe. So it's kind of like the new one, the new Assault Mode variant, would just steal a second monster. So you just have 2. So it's kind of like... It's not that much of an upgrade. Like, you're relying on your opponent, or like you having some like big monsters, because at most, like, if you do this on turn 1, for example, you'll just get this guy back with this guy. It's kind of like sick. No one cares. That's because you can sync, like, you can't synchro again, so you can only summon that than that. It's like kind of, yeah. It's kind of, it's an easy combo to do. Probably why the effect isn't all that great, but it's there. And they're also destroyed during the end phase. I believe they're not destroyed with the original. I believe they stay there, right? Yeah, destroyed only when this card leaves the field. So this one destroys them during the end phase, which isn't as good as the previous. So it may actually be like a downgrade in a way. It's a cool effect, but I'm not sure how useful it is. It might be cool to like do super OTKs with it though. Like you swing with your Doom Kaiser Dragon, you activate your assault mode, summon this dude, summon 2 more boys. Like that's kind of pog. Especially considering this can summon a Doom Kaiser Dragon, right? After you've used the assault mode on this. Yes, this can also summon the Doom Kaiser Dragon back, right? You know, it might be some like weird OTK. It's easy OTK you can do with this, but I don't think it's like... I don't think it's like OP or anything. It's just certainly a fun little combo you can do. And will certainly be like cool to mess with. Alright. Next. Assault is a worse mask change in a way, I guess. Alright. Shiranui Spectral Sword Shade. You contribute this card and target 2 of your banished zombie type monsters, except Shiranui Spectral Shade. Including Shiranui monster, special summon them in defense position, but negate their effects. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except zombie monsters. You can use effects of Shiranui once per turn. So I assume this is used to re-synchro summon? Maybe? You can also use it as a synchro summon. For Shiranui cards, because it's only special summon zombies. So I assume that's what this is used for? Have you got 3 copies of the Sun yet? I do. I don't know about this one. It's really hard for me to rate Shiranui cards until I see like how the deck runs. It's super hard to know if this card's good or not. I don't know if you need this kind of recycling power or not. It's a meme, summon it with a level 4 girl. Because it is searchable too. I don't know. So I can't really rate this card. I'll just move on from it. It's really hard for me to know if this is good or not. It's like some weird thing that you can attribute it, bring back 2 more things and synchro summon again. Or synchro summon to something higher. Maybe. I assume that's what it's used for anyway. So I don't know how good it is. I don't know if we need one of these or not. Or if like we want more consistency on getting the initial synchro summon out in the first place. All for that you need is the Ultra Res level 7. Oh, so it's something to do with the Ultra Girl. Okay, we'll see about it later then. Alright, Shiranui Samurai. During either player's turn, you can banish 1 zombie monster from your graveyard. This card gains 600 attack. That's not bad. You can gain to a pretty decent stat line. And if it does, banish any monster that battled this card. Oh. Off damage calculation. That's not a bad effect. Okay. Okay. This effect lasts until the end of the turn. If this card is banished, you can target 1 Shiranui in your graveyard, except you add it to your hand. I mean, I don't think you're going to use this unless you specifically want the banish effect of the first thing, where you just get to banish something. You banish 1 zombie monster from your graveyard. I don't know if you specifically want that effect. But it's like a nice little removal card, I guess. It does need a zombie in the graveyard too to be useful. It doesn't seem like it works like what the deck wants to do though, because I assume the deck wants to do these synchro summoning plays, right? And this doesn't exactly help. Unless, of course, you want zombies banished. So unless the deck wants things banished, you wouldn't use this card. So I doubt this card's going to get used, but unless you need that first effect, which it might, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what Shiranui do yet, like how the deck is run. But we shall see. We'll move on to the next card. Might be alright. The effect isn't bad, but it's probably not going to be used. I doubt it. Alright. Shiranui Spirit Master. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Shiranui monster from your hand or graveyard, except Shiranui Spirit Monster. Banish it when it leaves the field. If this card is banished, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. Ooh. So you summon this, summon it with a tuner, boom. So is there a Shiranui tuner monster? If so, this card might be used. It's not a bad effect. You can summon a Shiranui from your hand or graveyard. Or even use it just to summon a Shiranui back in general. Oh, I remember this fucking card. This is the card that people weren't even using in Shiranui. If this card is banished, you can target one face-up card your opponent currently controls and destroy it. What card does this get used with, lads? I remember this fucking card. This is in the TCG, wasn't it? If this card is banished, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. Boom. Someone's already put it in the chat. Gold Sarcophagus. I remember this little shit. People were using this against me in the fucking... when I was playing. This card is annoying as hell. Alright, so this card I assume will get played at least one copy if we use Gold Sark. Because that's fucking irritating. This is like, you'd be like, if your deck happens to use Gold Sarcophagus, you'll just stick this deck card in there just because why not? You can use it, banish it, pop an opponent's card. Irritating as hell. Plus the Gold Sark, it's just like a free removal. So Gold Sark, it was any effect. So all these guys like to be banished, right? So you banish them to use the Gold Sark. If this card is banished, you target one in your graveyard. I see. So the deck uses Gold Sark, does it? So Metaphys? I mean, you could use this in Metaphys if you want to just like to choose like a free removal. You could have one of these in your deck, and if you ever happen to need just one singular removal, you can use it. So it might make a copy of one of this in every Metaphys deck. It might. He probably doesn't need it because Metaphys already has a fuck ton of removal, but you could use it. Also, the opponent will be used there. Also true. This fucking card, dude. Alright. So I assume this... Gold Sark looks like it may be a staple in the Shiranui decks. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll move on to the next card and see what happens. Because this card so far, I remember being a pain in the ass in TCG, so it's probably good enough for Duel Links, probably. Will it make the cut? I don't know. Decks and Duel Links are a lot more refined, so... yeah. Shiranui Spectral Swords. Oh, Spectral Sword. Okay. If this card is... oh, it's a tuner monster. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can target one known tuner monster in your graveyard, banish both this and this card if you use for someone's own tuner monster from your X deck. So, except the turn is in the graveyard. So if this is in the graveyard, you can then use it for a synchro summon the following turn, which is kind of cool. So you can synchro summon with this card, then synchro summon again next turn, guaranteed. I think that's the use of it. For your deck whose level equals the total levels those two materials eat. So, okay, so I assume you could use this for a synchro summon, then again guarantee a synchro next turn. Do you need this? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know. I know if you need like a level 2 tuner. There might be some reason for level 2 tuner. Like, it's kind of like a cool effect, but generally you want things that can like help your initial help your initial synchro summon, I guess. Like special summons, so you have to use up your normal summon for the turn and stuff like that. Like that's I don't know. It's kind of a cool effect. One of the SRs works with this. Okay. Because the effect is like a good effect. It gives you like an extra synchro summon again. The next turn, guaranteed. But I don't know if we really need this. We'll see. The tuners aren't necessarily good. The other cards are what makes them. Okay. Plus, there's a Shiranui tuner. So if you need a level 2 Shiranui, this is what you grab. So we shall see. We have to wait till we get to the rest of the cards before we discuss how good it is. Wait, though, was this No, it wasn't a tuner. I was just checking. Underground Arachnid. One dark tuner, one insect types. Okay. If it's time to for the trap cards, the damage step. So another Armades effect. Once per turn, you can select one face-up monster your opponent controls and equip it to this card. Ooh. That's a nice removal. If this card be destroyed by battle, you can destroy the monster equipped to this card instead. Okay. Dude, these cards are so cool, these dark anime cards. These guys are cool. So you can nick one of your opponent's monsters, and if you destroy this monster, you destroy that instead. Just fucking nicks shit. Just takes it for itself. It is a target effect, but it's kind of nasty. Like, if you happen to have a non-tuner insect type monster and a dark tuner, this is the card for you. These cards are not bad. They're good cards. It's just they're hard to summon and very specific requirements. But if you happen to meet those specific requirements in the deck you're playing, stuff it the fuck in there. Just chuck it in your deck. It's a pog card. But we don't know if we'll use it or not. Probably not. But who knows? There might be a deck that comes around that happens to use dark tuners and insect types, which in case they do, you're fucking using this card. Does banishing face down work with Shiranui? No, I do not believe so. So you cannot use it with Golden Castle if that's what you're asking. Alright. Next. Insect Knight plus plays better. Use painful decision for consistency. It's okay. Ascension Sky Dragon. One tuner, one or more non-tuner monsters. This is generic. A generic level. What the fuck is this level? For is it 10? Level 10? If this card is synchro summoned, it gains 800 attack for each card you currently in your hand. That's not a great thing to have. Like, because even if you have like 4 cards in hand, it doesn't even reach 4k. When this card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card or by battle and sent to the graveyard, if all monsters that were used for a synchro summon is discarded in your graveyard, you can summon all of them. The effect's negated. Yeah, you won't really use this card. It's a pretty bad generic. It's a pretty terrible generic, actually. Yeah, it's a pretty terrible generic. Like, once you've already done your synchro summon, generally your hand's pretty empty. It's a pretty bad generic. Yeah. But the art is red. I guess the art's pretty cool. I don't really like the green, the white. Green and white aren't colours that really go well together, in my opinion. Pretty gross. I do like the white and gold colours though. Reminds me of some like Diablo kind of art. Or Diablo, whatever, how you pronounce it. Whatever. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Phantasmal Lord. Oh, so it's Phantom Lord. Phantom Lord in card art. Don't even know if anyone knows who Phantom Lord is anymore. He's pretty old dude. What do you mean? Just play infinite cards plus Heart the Underdog is Zodia Synchro deck? God. Yes, of course. How did I miss that? It was so obvious. Oh, my bad. Top tier OP card actually put in every fucking deck. Broken. All right. Goddamn, this card text is so small. Cannot be synchro summoned. What? Okay. Cannot be synchro summoned. It's a synchro card though. Must be special summon from your deck by sending 2 level 8 or higher monsters you control with the same level to the graveyard. 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. So you have to send a level 8 tuner monster. Right. And can also some other ways. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay. This card gains 1,000 attack for each monster on the field. It's a pretty weak amount of attack, honestly. Once per turn during either player's main phase, you can special summon the same number of something tokens on each player's field in defense position, so as the number of what? You need special summon tokens on each player's field in defense position so as to summon as many as possible. Also, this card cannot attack for the rest of this turn. Okay, so it does gain a lot of attack, because you just fill up the board with trash, including your opponent's board. What the fuck is this card? Cheap into Dragon Core Hexa. XYZ Synchro. That's its XYZ card. This is literally an XYZ card. I don't know why it says Synchro. It's a bit weird. Huh. What a fucking weird card. What? It's actually such a
Card
weird
games
card,
on
honestly.
motorcycle.
Thank you for the follow, Boombastic. It just has no level. True. It blocks monster zones for you, my boy. It does. You ever played this though? I know it's like a super meme card. Like I'd probably make a meme video out of this at some point. It sounds super like fun to play with. The fact it can't be destroyed by card effects also is like relevant, obviously. A lot of people use like send removal now and banish removal and whatever else because of Cocytus. Also, it can be destroyed by battle also. Does it gain attack and defense? This card gains 1,000 attack for each month. So this card gets majorly cucked by like a Canadia though. Or like a Floodgate, which is pretty popular, so. You when you're playing the game? Not necessarily. Most people have a tribute at this point. But you can. There might be a way to. You may just happen to beat your opponent up. Like this wouldn't work very well against like Invoked as because they just use your Dark token as a part of its fusion summon with an Invokes. If you give this like piercing damage and you pierce into one of your 0 defense tokens, so shouldn't they have 0 defense? That's pretty cool.
Card games on motorcycle.
Because you can't attack on the turn it's summoned, so you have to wait till the next turn when they turn it to defense, give this piercing damage, hit the token. That's pretty cool. Very hard to summon though. Well, it might not be that hard to summon, but it's probably not. It's not going to be a meta defining card, but it's probably like a fun little meme that you can make out of this. Super cool card that I'm going to try out probably at some point. Thank you AllDie669 for the follow. Thank you Dirty Yalson for the follow. Let's move on to the next one. This card's like going to be a fun meme card. It's not like a. For some reason, it's an XYZ card disguised as a synchro card. Alright. I recognize this card, I think, so this card might not be bad. Shiranui Sun Saga. If this card is spell summoned, you can turn any number of English. You can return any number of your zombie type synchro monsters that are banished or are in your graveyard to the extra deck. Then you can destroy cards your opponent controls equal to the number of cards returned. So you have to have zombie synchros in your grave. Okay. If a zombie type monster you control will be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can banish one Shiranui monster from your graveyard instead. 3,500 attack. One zombie type monster, 1/1 on tune. Okay. So it can stop your stuff being destroyed by battle or card effect. That's pretty good. So you need to stop your cards being killed by battle and card effect with this card's effect. So that's kind of useful. Plus it has a weird effect to the top that can destroy stuff.
Card games on motorcycle.
Weird effect. Level augmentation can summon this guy turn 1.
Card games on motorcycle.
I mean, I guess so.
Card
Stop
games
cards
on
being killed, triggers banish
motorcycle.
effects to pop cards, search, etc. Oh, okay, yeah, so it uses the banish effect. Yeah, so it works well with fucking what's his face from earlier. Wherever the little shits are. Where were they? What the fuck were they? This little shit. Things like this guy. Or this dude. Yes, it's free little search effects. Alright, well I assume this card will get play. It seems like a useful... In the Shiranui deck, I assume you'll use this card. It's kind of like a lot of levels though to get into, so I don't know how exactly you're using it. There's like level augmentation skill like someone just in the chat. But you can also use something like other synchro monsters to use it. Like you can synchro summon, then use this plus a tuner to synchro summon the bigger one. Like, that might be a thing, because then you can use that synchro for its effect to destroy stuff. So I guess if you can synchro summon using your synchro summon to get this guy out, that'd be kind of cool. Next card is level 8, which means it's very well. Yeah. So I assume that's how you're meant to use it. Either way, not a bad card. Cool dude. We'll see. I assume it'll get play. It's like free searches and stuff, but big attack stat. Protects your cards. It's kind of pog. Okay, so here's the level 8. Shiranui Shogun Saga. If this card... I say, one zombie type tuner, one or more non-zombie. Same as the other ones. If this card is special summoned, you can banish one zombie type monster from your graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the banished zombie's original attack. This card already has 3000 attack. But it's only until the end of the turn. But it already has 3000 attack, so that's pretty fucking big stat right there. That's a decent stat line. Get over basically everything in the game. Other than like a really big Cyber Angel. If this card on the field is destroy a battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished zombie type monsters with 0 defense, return it to the graveyard. So recycling. So I assume the main use of this card by the looks of things is for this. So you summon this, place a level 2, you get the bigger one. I assume that's what you want to do with it. So I assume like you don't actually use this guy's effect normally. His effect doesn't seem all that great because it's a generic fucking massive boy. So you could use it to get over something if you need to. But use it with this, get this guy out using this thing. Might be just like your pathway to the bigger one. Either way, that's kind of pog. I like it. This guy's effect isn't all that great. Honestly, it's like it doesn't have like a protection for himself. It's just a generic big boy beater. Isn't all that fantastic, but it could be a path to this. We shall see. I don't know if this is how you're meant to use it or not, or if this card's just terrible and I'm just wrong. There might be just like some really pog synchros coming up and you just ignore these guys completely. I don't know. We'll see. You have a grill that summons tuners from the deck. Okay. Alright, let's go into the next one. Okay, so this card is normally... Wait, fuck, back. Our first SR. This card is normally given to us via a skill. So that's kind of interesting. Dragon's Mirror. Fusion summon one dragon-type fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion material monsters listed on it from your field or graveyard. So you can use this for a like grass is greener deck. Field or graveyard. So what is this useful with? What is this useful with? Use this with Neos Fusion to summon Slash Dragon, because you can use Neos Fusion to send a warrior to the grave and whatever else to the grave. Then use this. Is that the use for it? Use it for Neos Fusion to Slash Dragon. I guess like, Slash Dragon needs what, Red Eyes, but uses specifically Red Eyes. So you have to send actually Red Eyes to the grave. Yes. I guess you can send just a the little it's the things that can be used in place of fusion material and Neos to the grave, then use this card. You can use him to make the zombie dragon ultra rare from the box. Alright. Okay. Could do Shiranui meme. Either way, I don't think this card's going to be all that useful, because the main use for these like... Because we already have like an elemental hero card that uses the graveyard, right? For their fusion summons, and you don't use that card in that deck anyway. But I mean, if there's like an easy way to send stuff to the grave, I guess you can use it. Check the rest for more info. Alright. Yeah, Miracle Fusion. Like, Miracle Fusion doesn't even get that much play anyway. People run as like a one-off. So is this card just like... Is it just a good enough dragon fusion that happens to be easily summoned using stuff in the grave? Maybe. We'll see. We shall see. We'll move on to the next card. We'll rate this once we've gone through the stuff that people are talking about. You can combo it with Future Fusion, I guess. Either way, we'll move on to the next stuff, because there's a big fusion in the box, apparently, that might be used for the ultra in the box. Right, Book of Life. Target one zombie monster in your graveyard and one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon the first target, also banish the second target. So... Book of Life. So one, it requires a monster in your opponent's graveyard. So it can't be used on turn one for anything important. Do we really want this? What do we want this for? Summons any zombie from your graveyard, I guess. You summon one of your dead synchros, I guess. It's like a monster reborn for zombies. Do we want that? Cock, Bacon Saver. Maybe play one for the meme, otherwise it's a brick. Side deck sounds like it. I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem like... It sounds like you wouldn't really want for much. You banish, like, Dark Lord cards from the grave, summon your zombie. Good removal? If it's only from your opponent's graveyard, it's not good removal. It's bad removal. Your opponent's graveyard is what you're removing from. Not from board, graveyard. The Shiranui stuff, I guess. This one seems like... I think just because it has the word vendor doesn't necessarily mean it's a good card. It doesn't mean it's good for vendor. I don't think it's that good for vendor at all, really. I think you prefer just run the vendor cards that they already have. Like, their ritual spells literally do what this card does. Special summon their things from the grave. Right? So why would you want this? Seems like... I don't know. Maybe they will use it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't like the look of this card. It might be. I might be just wrong, but I can't see like an actual like specific use for this yet. So I'm gonna skip on it. Maybe I'm sleeping on it. I don't know. Doesn't seem all that OP to me. All right. Assault Mode 0. Tribute one synchro monster. Special summon one Assault Mode monster from your hand whose name includes the tribute monster's name. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, set one Assault Mode, activate directly from your hand or deck. It can be activated this turn. So this is the free-to-play player's Assault Mode, for ones that didn't buy the structure deck. So I guess the cool thing about this is that it means technically we have 6 Assault Modes now, if you want to have 6 Assault Modes in your deck. Also, this is a quick play, so it can be used on the turn you activate it, as opposed to Assault Mode, which is the trap card. Like if we're talking about something like the synchro that this little combo we currently use for Assault Mode. We don't particularly want to use this guy's second effect, which is setting Assault Mode directly from hand or deck, because you don't really want to set the Assault Mode. Oh, so you can use this to, like, summon your Assault Mode, then banish it from the grave, set the trap card, then if he ever kills your monster, you can just resummon it again, because it'll loop back out again. So I guess this is a 3 of any Assault Mode deck, right? You just use this in any Assault Mode deck. Is it searchable with Reflector? Yes, but I don't think you'd want to unless you already have the trap in hand. This card text includes Assault Mode activate, so yes, it is searchable. Yeah, Assault Mode will use it too. So yeah, this is a card that's pretty good. You'd use this in at least... You definitely use this in every Assault Mode deck, 100%. It just means your Assault Mode monster will be able to be summoned twice. We just play more copies of the Assault Mode monster, that's true, but you already do, because in case you draw one in hand. Because if you draw one in your opening hand, you can't, like, summon it anyway, so you'd already run 2 of them at least. Plus, at worst, this is just a preemptive Assault Mode. Like, you can use it during your turn, which is always better than the trap card. Because you can use it, like, when your opponent activates Link to deal with it during his turn, like when you swing at his life points or something. Like if that's a drowning, you can switch this out, put your monster in defense, and you don't get drowning to death, I guess. 2 zeros and 2 activates sounds less bricker. Yeah, that sounds about right. That'd probably be alright. Maybe, I don't know. We shall see. You probably play at least one of these in your Assault Mode decks anyway, at least. If not more. Seems like not a bad card. It might be bad. I don't know how, like, it depends on like how consistent assault mode decks are. This card is a pretty cool card, but if you want your assault mode decks to be more consistent, maybe you won't bother using this. Like, if you want more tuners or synchros or fucking whatever, I don't know. Not synchros, you know, just more tuners or more monsters that are specifically used with it, maybe you won't use this. Maybe there's not really enough room. I don't know. Seems right. Let's move on to the next card. This card's like, seems good in theory. Like, I'd probably use this in most assault mode decks unless like you don't need it. I don't know. We shall see. Alright, so a new Jester card. So this is again, the Jesters are coming out later today in the new event. So hopefully there's some cool Jesters. We've already seen some of the Jesters and they seem pretty good. Like there's an one that's like pretty good for OTKing. So you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up attack position. If you do, return this card and one face-up monster your opponent controls to the hand during the end phase of your opponent's next turn. Is that it? During your end phase of your opponent's next turn. Is that it? Is it just Monarch support? Oh. It's literally just for tribute summoning. That's all it's used for. I see. So it's literally just used for the fact it's a special summonable level 1. It's just Monarch support. I see what you mean. It's literally just, it's not going to be used for the Jester stuff at all. That's kind of lame. It's just a tribute summon. Which you probably wouldn't use it in Monarchs anyway, because you just use like Vassals or whatever. Vassals are pretty much better anyway. I thought you just talk like this for your YouTube videos, so you're funny. What do you mean talk like this? What do you mean? Talking smack, huh? I'll take it as a compliment anyway. I'm disappointed this Jester, that's like the SR Jester card, isn't even used for Jesters specifically. Like the effects are super mediocre. So you're only going to use this for the fact that it can special summon itself. So use it for like tribute summoning. Seems super. Ugh. Whatever. Either way, fuck this card. Let's move on. Zombie Master. So I heard a little bit of stuff about this. Like people were saying that this is something that you always used to use in zombie decks in the TCG all the time when they used to be popular. Once per turn, you can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard and target one level 4 or lower zombie-type monster in either player's graveyard, special summon that target. This card can be faced up on the field to activate this effect. So first of all, I want to know, can you activate this effect with no monsters in your graveyard? Or do you have to have a monster in the graveyard before you can use this, send one monster to your hand to the graveyard, then target one? Do you have to have Slate before you can use it? You need a target, so you can't use it. Okay, so that makes it considerably worse. It means turn 1, you can't use it for like a synchro play, for example. Unless you have a way of sending Slate to the grave first. It can summon itself, I guess, but why would you want to summon itself? Summon 2 1,800 type monsters? I guess you could summon it to summon another one of it, to then summon another monster, I guess. So you can go from like a level 10 synchro or something. Guess right, by Canadia, true. I don't see what that useful really. Like I prefer to use the other combo any day. They're just the level 4 summon send what's his face to the grave, Plague Spreader. Zombie Master future proofing XYZ. I guess this would be pretty good with XYZ, that's true. By itself though, you have to have a zombie in the grave for it to be useful. So you can use it with like Zombie World. You have to have a specific zombie in the grave. It can't summon like boss monsters from your opponent's grave or anything. It has to be level 4 or lower. I don't know about this one. You can use it with like Neos Fusion. So let's say you use Neos Fusion. You send a level 4 zombie tuner, which there probably is one. I don't know. I don't remember from looking. Actually, one of the Shiranuis I think was level 4, wasn't it? I can't even bother checking. I think that was a level 4. So you send a level 4 zombie to the grave, using Neos Fusion, boom, there you go. You might run this in Shiranui deck if you want to have like that level 4 Shiranui back for some reason. I don't know, maybe. Don't know level 4 champ? Okay. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to rate this card. I don't think it's going to fit too well into most decks because you probably want to be using stuff to do initial synchro summons rather than ones for later on, because this is more of a like once you already do your big summon then you use this card, other than like using with Neos Fusion or something like that, which it might work with Neos Fusion because obviously you can use this with Plague Spreader and there you go, there's your level 6. Use this with Neos Fusion and Plague Spreader, PogChamp. So I guess there's that. Or just like Shiranuis that are like level 3, I don't know. We'll see. Not a bad card by all means, but is it good enough? Hard to say. I think the decks might be consistent enough without it. It's obviously like a card that's really good with like Neos Fusion though. That's the one that that's the most card that comes to like my head when I think about this card. I can't think of anything that's like anything else that sticks out to me. Or like the Shiranuis maybe, I don't know. Either way, we're going to worry about this card later when we see like what combos are actually useful with it. As it stands, like the card by itself is a good card, but yeah, I don't know if it's like good enough to get into like all zombie decks. Might be. It should come out as a year ago, see play. It might still see play, but I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. Alright, Mystic Tomato. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special assign one dark monster with 1,500 attack or less from your deck and face up to attack position. This card is very good. This is just a searcher for any dark with 1,500 or less attack. So it's just a very, very good card. Yubel support. Like, the main reason I know this is good support is when I'm always looking up searches for cards for decks. Because obviously, I fucking look up searches all the time when I'm trying to make meme decks and stuff to see for what cards can I use to search this or this. This card always came up, but it's not in Duel Links, but it always came up. So it's really cool to see that we've got this card finally. There will probably be some random ass decks in the future that I use to use this card, such as Yubel. Plus, I believe it can float into itself. Can it not? Yeah, it can float into itself, which is kind of cool. It's not. I love how everyone just screams Yubel as soon as they see special summon at level 0 monster with 1,500 attack. Why the fuck do you want to summon Yubel? The first copy of Yubel sucks anyway. You want the other versions of Yubel. You want Yubel in your hand to destroy. Like, Yubel is already fucking super easy to summon. Like, the Yubel decks are already basically at their peak form. They don't get any better. Like, the only reason you use this to summon Yubel is if you want to summon... Like, if you happen to just run one copy of Yubel so that you can protect yourself for a turn for some reason. It's like, does anyone care? Like, when someone says, like, oh, more Yubel support, it's like, Yubel's already basically at its peak. I don't think Yubel's getting any better. Yubel, like, you can already summon it. It's already summon the third form, second form, whatever the fuck you want. Really, really easily. Yubel's not getting any better. This card doesn't make Yubel any better. It's not going to be used in Yubel decks, because Yubel is already at its peak. I think. That's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe all the Yubel decks, there's some Yubel decks in the TCG that fucking prove me completely wrong, but yeah, it doesn't... Meh. Yubel meta is deeded. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good card anyway. Fucking pod card, regardless of Yubel. It's a fucking pod card. It'll be used for... If I ever need a Dark Searcher, this card may be the card I need. There might be some specific reason. Any searches are good, especially ones that float themselves. Really good effect. It does summon an attack position though, which is kind of scary. But other than that, PogChamp. Alright, next. Alright. Now this is the card that I've been hearing by far the most about. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your hand. So, if we don't even read the rest of the card, just that first part alone, one level 4 or lower monster, level 2. So this is easy level 6 synchros. Super fucking easy. Summon this, level 4, level 6, you're done. Literally, the Wielder duo in one card. Like, it's actually just like... Okay. That's a good effect. When this card is special summoned, you can target one face-up monster on the field, gain life points equal to its attack. Because why not? The first effect wasn't good enough apparently. You can just gain some life points too. Why not? Yeah, level 3, 4, 5, 6 synchros in one almost summon. Literally, if you happen to need a level 6, you got it. You want level 5, you got it. Sick ass effect, honestly. Easy type for Red Eyes Rising Dragon. Red Eyes Rising Dragon? I think that's a card. Oh, Red Rising Dragon, sorry. I remember. I know that card is now. I remember. Bionic Turbo, oh my god. So I think the main use for this effect is a fire synchro, because it happens to be, there's some that need fire tuners, and this card's like an easy summon for those. Because we already have like an easy, like if you want a generic level synchro, you could just use the Psychic Wielder Duo, or like, we already have like really good ways of summoning level 6s, right? So we don't necessarily need this to improve those decks, but if there's a specifically we need a fire tuner, then you'd use this. Because we don't necessarily need this. It's a great card, but we don't necessarily need it. So this could be used with like new Shiranui stuff too. Maybe. It's not a zombie though, never mind. You can't use the new Shiranui, I'm dumb. It's not even a zombie, never mind. But we need Skylight Red Dragon Artfiend. Red Rising brings us back, gets your 2100 life, but locks you into Dark Dragons. Yeah, so like we already have easy level 6s, so you probably don't need it for those. But if there's a reason you need a fire one, PogChamp. Gives you some good life point healing and other bullshit. But you only gain the life points when this card is special summoned, so it's kind of, you're not often going to be using this second effect of this card. You're going to be using the first effect. But you were saying like Red Rising, so like we'll just I'm pretty sure I remember what Red Rising is, but I don't remember what its effect is. I know what card it is. It's the card that we got that people were saying that we got like a long time ago. Remember it? Yeah. So a target for this is of course this dude, Red Rising Dragon. When this card is synchro summon, you target one Resonator monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. So you special summon that card, gain some life points. You know special summon monsters from the extra deck that turn you activate this effect, except Dark Dragon type synchro monsters. So where are we? Fuck, oops. Wait, do we not have any? Wait, do we not have any? Wait, hang on, man, we're still searching it, hang on. No, we have some, hang on. It's not bad, so 5, what's it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. There's actually quite a few. We won't be able to use this one. The Dragon Archfiend? Oh, it's synchro. These are synchros. Yeah, that's... Wait, am I retarded? Yeah, I'm retarded. I'm just retarded. Let's go again, hang on. So you summon back to level 2 again. So you can go into any level 8 Dark Dragon type synchro monster. Dark synchro dragons. And we can go into literally a level 8. So these are the ones, right? Pretty underwhelming cards, honestly. So this is the one card, but like... They're pretty underwhelming. Especially considering... Wait, this one can't even be summoned, right? Because this one is, dark monsters. It's not even a dark. This is dark tuner, so you can't even summon this. So it's literally only this one. It's these two are the ones you can summon, right? Could work with assault mode? I mean, I guess. That's kind of a... we're gonna give it a pass for now, I think. I think there's a specific card that it's like used to combo with. I think someone has someone was talking about it in the chat earlier. There's a specific card that's used to combo with that we don't have in the game yet to go into like a higher level 8. But this card's pretty it's not a bad card, but it's like there isn't really much we need it for yet because we already have like easy level access to level 6 synchros anyway. So it's just kind of maybe later. Or if we happen to need do we need I don't know if I'm bothered searching up to try and see if we need a fire tuner. Let me just quickly search fire tuner and dueling to see if any cards come up. Because I don't know if we specifically need one for anything. Fire tuner. Do we need one? Of course, Fire Fist can use it. Of course. Fire Fist can Pog Champ Fire Fist card. What's this? Hang on, let's open the browser again. Use it for obviously you can use it for this dude here, the fucking Fire Fist boys. Because why the fuck not? You really don't need it. This thing for some reason when this card's in you play cards from opponent's graveyard. We don't really care. We don't care. It's not fire tuner, it's just anything. Fire tuner, don't care. Don't care. And don't care. So there's literally nothing we really want to use it for yet. Maybe later.
Card games on motorcycles!
Marvels can use it, but there's no reason for them to use it because they don't need fire tuners. They just need fire the other monsters need to be fire. The tuner doesn't. So, yeah, it's not... The only one that does is this dude, which we don't use anyway, so, nope. Alright, back to the cards. We're not being finished yet. So, this card... Where is it? PogChamp, but not yet, I think. We don't really need it just yet. Thank you for... These are all subscribers on YouTube, aren't they? These are all YouTube subs. I think. Alright, next. Shiranui Squire. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Shiranui spectral monster from your hand or deck. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except zombie type monsters. If this card is banished, you can draw one card and discard one card. You only set once per turn. So, these spectral swords that we were talking about, I remember them from earlier. Are they tuners? Are they tuners? Where are they? Spectral sword. It is a tuner. So we have a easy... Where is he? One card synchro summon right here. 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a 7 synchro. Both are tuners, so you can go into level 2 or 3, so you can go into a 6 or a 7. If someone's only the tuners. I see. So we have a PogChamp card right here. 3 of in every Shiranui deck. If there's any way of searching for this card, you'll fucking want to search it. If this card is banished, you can draw one card and discard one card. Goddamn, Shiranuis look fun. So use this, get into any of your fucking Shiranuis, PogChamp. Any of your 6s or 7s. Aren't you locked to zombies? Yeah, but the Shiranui decks are zombies, right? Does it really matter? That's what I'm talking about. When I say synchros, I'm talking about the Shiranui cards. PogChamp. I like it. Not really much else to say about this card except it's going to be used as a 3-off in every Shiranui deck. It's the best card in their deck. One card, synchro summon of your boss monsters whenever you want them. Sick. Shame the last 2 Shiranui synchros were 8 and 10. I think it's even that bad though, because like you just summon this card, synchro summon into your level 7. And this is like the other one. I don't remember what the other synchros were, but I assume you're going to use this card for them. I assume. Best card so far. Oh, so some Pog ones coming up, are there? Okay. Maybe there's some. Is there cards that are Pog enough to make this card not played? Alright, let's move on to Solitaire. Okay. You contribute one zombie type monster, special summon one zombie type tuner with 0 defense from your deck. Okay. If this card is banished, you can target one of your banished Shiranui monsters except Shiranui or up to 2. What am I saying? Except up to 2 instead if Shiranui Scythe is on the field. Okay. Oh, is that the field spell? Is that what Style Synthesis was? Spell summon them. You can use effect once per turn. So you can use Gold Sarcophagus, use this guy, get 2 monsters back for a synchro summon? But you have to use your banished cards, so you already have to have them banished. This deck seems like too big of a brain for me. My brain is way too small for this shit. This card can just do this. Oh, it can pop itself. Oh, contribute itself. Oh. Okay. This card can just do this. Solitaire, pop itself. Special summon Uni-Zombie. Uni-Zombie sends Mizuki to give itself an extra level. Mizuki banished to special summon Solitaire, so you're going to a level 8. So this card can pop itself, special summon Uni-Zombie. Uni-Zombie send Mizuki to give itself an extra level. Mizuki banished to special summon Solitaire, synchro into level 8. Jeez! Except we don't have Mizuki. Oh. Or Uni-Zombie. Oh. Keck W. Debated by Spady Boy again. But there's probably some big brain shit you can do with this. The fact that it can tribute itself is pretty cool. I didn't think about that. It can literally tribute itself. So you can search for any of your level level 0 things if you want them. So I have no idea if this is good, because for me to know if this is good, I have to go back over the other zombies to see if they're any good, and I can't be bothered. Yo, Joe Spencer, how are you? I'm pretty fucking tired, actually. If I'm honest, we've lost a lot of energy since the start of the stream. This card right here revived a bit of that energy. I got a bit excited over this one. Pretty exciting looking card, some good ass effects. This one, it's just too confusing. Too much brain power needed for this. This is some big brain stuff. My brain's too small. I'm a fucking peanut brain. Maybe one day. Oh no. It seems alright. The fact it contributes itself is Pog. If we happen to need this, these level 0 not level 0, these 0 defense fucking tuners from your deck, you'll use this card. If you don't need them, you won't use this card. Pretty simple. But I don't remember their effects. So maybe these effects will allow you to banish this guy to use his second effect. I don't remember. The fact he's an SR does say this card must have something good about him. But yeah, whatever. Maybe we'll use him as a one-of. So if you happen to run like 3 of the banish spell thing, whatever it's called, Gold Sarcophagus, maybe you run this as a one-of so you can recycle your synchros anyway. Maybe recycle your banished stuff anyway. I don't know. Could be good. Probably not. We'll see. Maybe it's fucking Pog. What's with all these furry cards in this box? Okay, Vulcan the Divine. 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuner monsters. So a generic. I like generics. If this card is synchro summoned, target 1 face-up card you control and 1 face-up card your opponent controls. Return those targets to hand. But for the rest of the turn, you cannot activate cards or the effects of cards with the same name as those returned cards by this effect. So it's a generic removal, remove something. For level 6. Wouldn't you just use the new one over this? What's his face? What's the new card called, chat? The new one, right? Yeah, Brian. It's literally, you just use Brinac, right? It's literally also a generic that can return fucking billions of your opponent's stuff to hand. And not itself. Like, it's way better. More attack, just way better. I thought I'd see a buffed Blacksmith Tiger. No, you literally just use Brainiac. Brainiac's better. It's a level 6, does the same thing, except just returns multiple. It's literally just a weaker Brainiac, right? Unless I'm missing something here. This card's just bad. Compared to the other card. Like, it, by itself, it's okay. It's a generic removal, but yeah. Just the worst Brainiac. Next. Why is this an ultra rare? Rageki Break. Discard one card and target one card on the field, destroy it. Oh, wait. Is that a cost? That's not as a cost, right? Discard one card. Then target one card on the field, destroy it. So you can use this with, Dark Worlds, whatever the fuck they're called. They can use it. I guess. This isn't a cost, right? This is discard a card, then do it? Is it a cost? No, it is a cost? Okay, never mind then. Is there a use for it? I don't think so.
Card games on motorcycles!
This is the ultra rare I think you get from the box that you have a cry about. You don't really want this. Seems pretty bad. Like, isn't there already cards that have this effect where you discard to remove something, only they're in spell form? How the fuck do you want this? What purpose do you want this shit? This is one of them. Like, why the fuck is this taking up your ultra rare in a mini box? How many ultras in a mini box? 2? Yikes. This has got to be bad, right? We're moving on. This is bad. Bad. Please tell me the other ultra rares are actually worthwhile. With the other ultra, there's 2 ultra rares. Okay. Shiranui Squire Saga. Sorry, 2,100 attack. You can only use special summon 1 Shiranui Saga once per turn. Once per turn, you can banish 1 face-up monster you control or in your graveyard. So there's a lot in the graveyard due to Shiranuis, including the stuff used for the synchro summon. Then apply these effects in sequence, depending on the monster was destroyed. What am I saying? Depending on what the monster was before it was banished. If it was any of these. So if you send a zombie type fire synchro monster, you can have all monsters you control gain 300 attack. Destroy a spell or trap card, and if it was a synchro as well, you can destroy 1 monster on the field. And it's a level 7, so 4, 5, 6, 7, it is a level 7, so it works with Squire. So Squire can summon this real easy. Non-targeting. Certainly is non-targeting. That's a good point. Destroys back row, destroys shit. PogChamp. Damn. That is a good boy. That is a good card. So that card can be summoned using this thing super easily. Can we go higher than this though? But you have to have a synchro in the grave for it to be super useful. I'm really curious to how good this deck will be. I'm so curious. It's like I want to know how like consistent it is to summon like multiple synchros, because you have to have synchros in the grave for this to be like PogChamp. Especially like all the other effects like to have other synchros in the grave. Will Shiranui be good? I have no idea. This is like one of the harder decks to see. Yeah, contribute itself too, so you can literally remove itself if you want to. You can remove itself to remove your opponent's monster and destroy the spell and destroy whatever. So perhaps this puts a synchro in the grave. Which then, we have the field spell that can technically bring it back as well. We already have a field spell that can bring it back. So, field spell brings it back. So you use your 1 card, summon this thing, field spell brings it back again. And then you can do it again. You're not during the same turn, but do it later on. Yeah, it's once per turn. I believe. Was it once per turn? Yeah, you can only special summon Shiranui once per turn, so you can have to wait till the next turn to use it. But in the next turn, you can re-special summon it with the field spell, wherever it was. And whatever other cards in here that were able to do it, like these other cards that were useful, like this dude, I think, did something with it. You can target 1 Shiranui monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Never mind. Although you can use that to add this card back anyway. So like you can summon this card, synchro summon into this thing, use its effect, using itself, destroy all the shit. Use your gold sarcophagus for what's his face? This fucker. He'll return this back to hand, and then you can do it all over again the next turn. Or even just use the fucking field spell to add this card back anyway and re-raise it. Or an opponent's tapped King's Consonants. I don't think we're going to be doing King's Consonants plays, but maybe. Kind of poggers. That's like a pretty sick combo by itself. I like that. Plus, also, when you special summon this again using like the field spell, for example, you can then have your level 2 ones wherever they were. Is this one? The Spectral Swords at level 2 or whatever, to go into your bigger synchros, like your where is it? This one. You can go into your big one. You get this dude out. No, not this guy in particular, but like, you can go into your bigger ones, like this one. You can go into bigger ones like this dude. You can then go into bigger ones like this. I know, it's just like a super odd deck. I don't know. Has it got enough support yet? Maybe. We'll see. Will you do a video in this deck? Maybe. Depends on what the box gives me. I believe I will, because it is a mini box, so it should give me. I basically just want fucking 3 of this, and then you've got all the Shiranui stuff you need. Because I don't think you even need this. You might. I don't. This card's like the big brain card of the deck that I can't get my head to wrap around yet. Maybe I'll look at some fucking. I'll check out Julius Meta's Discord and see what the fuck they've got to say about it. Maybe I need it from there. Could use Book of Life to fucking resurrect the Shiranui cards if I want it. Like, I can use this card, pop itself, Book of Life, bring it back. Maybe that's why you want Book of Life, because Book of Life combos with it super well. So maybe we're looking for Book of Life in this, maybe. So let's have a good card for the future. It seems like a fucking good card. Seems like a really good card. I guess like the only hard part is that you need this card for it to be useful. Like this card is your your synchro summon for it. If you don't have it, you're kind of lame. What searches did we have for this? Like what searches did we actually have for this? Oh, this card was pretty cool too. If this card's in your graveyard except turn of ascent, then you can target 1. This is when you summon the level 6 Shiranui. Was there any level 6 Shiranui in here? No. Was there even one? I didn't think so. Oh, that was this. So you summon out that one. Okay. Shiranui Samurai searches. Is this one only searching from graveyard though? It's only searches from graveyard, what? So this card doesn't search. I don't think we have many searches for this card though. This card's like the best card for it. Smith searches? Where's Smith? Smith? This one? If this card sent from the field to the graveyard as synchro material, you can add 1 Shiranui card from your deck to your hand. So you'd have to use this for synchro material first. If this card's banished, you can activate its fate. This turns on nice comic from. Goblin Zombie? Is that card that's already in the game, or is it one of these? Probably already in the game, right? There might be other ways to use synchro summons anyway, it's just this card's like your best one for it. There's probably other ways to do it anyway. Pyramid Turtle? Or dump a wizard. Yeah, we can. Yeah, another way to summon this card super easy. Not this card, Oh, you can dump it to the grave with Samurai Zombie. Whatever Samurai do. Do you want to dump in the do you want this in the graveyard? I need one in the graveyard, dude. Oh, I guess you can send it to the grave, then use Gold Sarcophagus on this guy to search it. So you'd use Samurai Skull, whatever, to send it to the grave. Then you can use Gold Sark on this guy to add it to hand if you want to do it that way. That would work. That's a way you can search for it. You know what fire tuners that we're missing? Ash Blossom. Yeah, nah. That can stay. That can stay in the TCG for now. Look at the combo. Oh, these ones. When you have a level 4 monster banished other than Shiranui Solitaire, normal summon Shiranui Spirit Master. Special summon Shiranui Solitaire from your hand. Oh, I forgot about this card. This card is normal summon. You special summon one Shiranui once from your hand or graveyard, except by banishing these. This is really, really good for synchro summoning. This card's actually pretty hog. This is the card that you can banish it to remove stuff anyway. This card's actually pog as fuck too. You contribute one zombie type monster or summon one zombie from your deck. This part is banished. You can target one of your monsters instead if you have that on the field. Okay. Normal summon, special summon from your hand. Then tribute Solitaire to its effect, special summon Spectral Sword from your deck. So you can use this card to summon this card, and use this card's effect to tribute this one to summon from the deck. Or you can distribute itself to summon something from the deck anyway. Since Solitaire was special summoned with the effect of a Shiranui Spirit Master, it will be banished when tributed. This means that if other effects of Shiranui Solitaire effect activates, then you special summon a level 4 Shiranui monster other than Shiranui Solitaire. Now use the 3 effects on your field to special summon Shiranui Susage. Sunga. Is that this guy? The big one? Damn, this combo is way too big brains. This is summon the big one. Choose a effect from your deck. Since Shiranui Solitaire was special summoned with the effect of Spirit Master, it will be banished when tributed. Oh, because this guy banishes it when it leaves the field. Gotcha. This means the other effects will activate, letting you special summon a level 4 Shiranui monster other than series. So you use this card, tribute it to summon one from your deck, because you used the previous monster's effect, which makes sure it is banished when it leaves the field. It will banish itself, proccing its secondary effect, which then allows you to special summon another card. So you can get out enough to summon out your boss monster. I see. That is a cool combo. Thanks for pointing that out, chat. That's a cool combo. I see. So you're definitely going to be using this guy, and you're definitely going to be using this guy. And this guy. And these guys are searchable, so... Oh, this guy's searchable. So this guy's your other POG version of this, though. Like, if you don't have this, you can always just use this instead. And if as long as you have, like, one of your Spectral Knights or something in hand, you can always synchro summon with that instead. But I see, like, the method here. You just use this to summon this, and then you go that way. So you have these 2 cards in hand. That's an instant boss monster. Just from these 2 alone. Sure, you're gonna be mad retweet vibes. They'll be slept on by someone's text torment. Yeah. They'll be completely slept on because people can't be bothered reading the card text. Too busy playing the other stuff, and boom. Then maybe it'll pop off. Alright, we haven't even gone through the whole box here. There's 1 card left. Alright, so this card, super pog. We already know that. It can even use itself. Sick, lots of removal. Cool shit. Good stuff. Book of Life can summon it. I don't know. There you go. Let's go on to the final card of the box. Dragon, Necro, Nethersoul, Dragon. 2 zombie type monsters, so omega easy to fusion summon. Omega easy. Must be first fusion summoned. Monsters cannot be destroyed at battle with this card. Okay. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled a monster, that has an original level, that monster's attack becomes 0. So you hit your opponent's monster, it can't be killed, it goes to 0 attack. Also, if that monster is still face up on the field, special summon 1 Dark Soul token. Its level and attack become equal to the original level and attack of that monster. So you hit one of your opponent's monsters, summon a token which has the same attack as that monster. You can show one meant for a turn. What the fuck? So I guess the only reason this card is Pog is because it's super easy to summon. Including Super Poly. So Super Poly skill is PogChamp with this. You have your Zombie Well on the board. You can then Super Poly with any fucking thing you like. Just Super Poly away. Off you go. Although Super Poly is kind of hard to get hold of. But it is a good Super Poly target. Other than that, though, it's like not a whole lot to say on this card. It's like I think it's meant to be used with this graveyard stuff. Being sure, its effect's kind of cool. It's not that great though. It's like its effects isn't like OP or anything. It doesn't really have any protection for itself, so it just kind of summons itself. Then will probably die instantly. I think this would be really good if we actually had Super Poly as a card rather than a skill. Do you get a spell for an Shiranui? This card? No. There's no way. It like doesn't really do anything. It just summons a 3000 attack monster. I mean, maybe. Maybe you want this and this in Shiranui? Why not? Have this fucking one copy of the fucking this spell. I guess. Maybe you want to Shiranui. Maybe I'll stick it in there for the meme anyway. Yeah, but it looks cool. And the card effect isn't bad. It's just this free 3000 attack monster, super easy to summon. Plus, this banishes, right? This banishes, so you could by banish. Oh my god! Like if you use this card's effect, banish the fucking the boys. Banish this thing. Proc its effect. Target remove. This thing, so you get like a little bit of removal from this thing, or you get this thing's effect. Add Slank to hand. Just from using the fusion spell. Maybe you do use it actually. Maybe you do use it because this card does banish your Shiranuis. Boss for Skull Monsters, King W. Fucking Skull Serpents. Actually, maybe you do use this. The fact it banishes is actually kind of useful. Maybe just run like 2 of these in like your deck. Even just having it as a one-off for the meme. The tokens can swing too. Ooh. The tokens can just trade each other off though, right? Because this monster can't kill monsters. So you swing it in, hit this monster, summons another one. That doesn't really do anything. The tokens just trade each other and crash. So that doesn't really mean all that much. Other than it removes your opponent's monster technically. Oh no, because it makes your opponent's monster 0 attack, so it does a lot of piercing, so that's kind of useful. Yeah, it makes your opponent's monster 0 attack. Yeah. It makes the monster. I forgot. It makes the opponent's monster 0 attack. I guess you will use this in Shiranui. The banish effect is super useful actually. And since it does summons a monster, they trade. Or they don't trade, they kill it. Does a bunch of damage. Yeah, maybe we'll use it. I don't think you'll use it as more of a 2. I think it's more of a 2-off thing though. Because you don't really want this in opening hand. Maybe? Maybe you do want this in opening hand. Dude, it's hard to... I don't fucking know. It's hard to say. There was no, like, strict back row move for Shiranui outside of this card. Like, imagine this turn 1. Like, your opponent does something turn 1, right? They summon a bunch of shit, get some back row. You summon this boy. Synchro summon into this thing. Use this thing's effect. Remove your opponent's shit. Activate your fucking spell card. Summon this thing. It's a zombie type monster, right? So it's special summonable. So you can use this to remove back row and shit. And monsters. Summon this. There's a 3000 monster to beat your opponent to death with. Which draw sends? I mean, if I'm using this card, I think I might just meme with Super Poly. It sounds like fun. I think I'll just meme with Super Poly if you're honest. Maybe you use like leveling skills too. Like you might want to just use this card with leveling skills. Like make this card a super high level, and then summon like the bigger ones. Like you can summon straight into like this dude, for example. This guy's level 10, right? Yeah, so you just need to have another level 4 in hand. Use this card, use your thing, make this thing a level 8. Then you can synchro summon into that instead if you want to. Although I assume you want to use this card first, like 90% of the time. Is the new archetype good? I was away for most of the review. I would say yes, it looks like fun. It seems super weak to Canadias because all your stuff isn't really like on summon does something. It's all like summon it, then do stuff when you activate their effects. I mean, this card isn't, but like this card just gets flipped face down before I can synchro summon. So it's like the same with most synchro decks. They're kind of weak to Canadias. You have like some generic back, like some cosmic cyclones or something. You'll probably be alright. RSM seems to be pretty fun at least. I'll definitely be playing it because it looks like hell lot of fun. Play Phosphorus Skill and Dragon Mirror. Yeah. Phosphorus Mirror is also great. The Phosphorus Skill is also great, so you can use your opponent's stuff as well. But no, I won't be using Alistair. Actually, this card can't use your opponent's graveyard, only use yours. From your field or graveyard. But Phosphorus Mirror is good for other stuff. Like, where is he? The assault mode. This dude. This is what you use Phosphorus Army for. You make your opponent's stuff all zombies and steal their shit from the grave. And you think Shiranui has potential? We just need time to play with it. Yeah. I think my first version of the list will definitely use Dragon's Mirror because this card looks fun as fuck. This is a mini box though, so it's probably going to have one of, which is really fucking irritating. Because you want you don't need one of this, but you need 2 of this. You need at least 3 of this. It's like you need 3 of. You want this. You might want this, maybe. Opponent has to have stuff in the graveyard to use it though. It's kind of lame. Or is this going to be summoned once a turn? I have no idea if you need the field spell or not. Probably not. Field spell might make it a bit too inconsistent. Solitaire is a 2/3 of. Yeah, if you want to use this combo, you probably want 3 Solitaire. If you want to use this combo alone. Actually, because you don't have too many monsters, right? So you have 3 of this card guaranteed. How many of this stuff do you want then? So you need this card. You probably only need like a couple of this is searchable by like everything. I think you're going to be searching this card. Maybe not. You're searching this with this card, so this is a combo here. So you only like want a couple of this. It's gonna be hard to fucking work out. You know, stream the pack opening? I probably will. The pack opening will be at fucking whoop time. Same. Nah, I don't know. I don't know when I'll do the pack opening. I don't know if I'll do it at my normal stream time or not. Either way, good shit. Well, summary of box review. Shiranui, high potential as fuck. Super fun looking. Probably going to be at least, they might make a tiered list. They might be tiered. They seem certainly good enough to maybe make the tier list. Are they going to be the best deck in the game? Maybe not. They are fire, so congratulations, you have a new Invoke deck, you cancerous fucks, if you wanted to put Invoked with it. Although, to be fair, a lot of these require, like, say you can only summon zombies for the rest of the turn. But if you cancerous fucks want to stick Invoked in it anyway, you probably will. Assault mode. Was there any good assault stuff? I don't even remember. There was this new spell card that was kind of cool. There's a lot of new like cool cards in here, but no, like not like meta stuff outside of that. There was the Arcanite assault mode, which is kind of cool, nuke your opponent stuff. Other than that, though, I think the Shiranui is the only stuff that makes meta defining. The stuff that kind of makes assault mode better, like this made assault mode kind of better. It's like a free assault mode thing. It's kind of cool. You can use it during the battle phase. You can swing, activate this, assault mode it out, swing again. Then you can just send this from the field to the graveyard to set in assault mode. So even if your assault mode monster dies, you can then just flip your trap card, summon it back out again. Yeah. So assault mode, probably not a whole lot better than it currently is. I don't think assault mode necessarily got all that much more powerful, except for like this trap card actually was kind of cool. Just like an Omni negate on fucking everything. That might make assault mode better. That might make assault mode better. I don't think it'll make it tiered. If it's not tiered now, I don't think this box will necessarily push it like that one step closer to being completely broken. Maybe. Shiranui's though definitely have a good chance of being good. Card games on motorcycles. Tier 4 maybe? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. You have to wait, I think. Wait on that one. Is there anything stick loses to invoke Element Saver? Oh yeah, of course, because Element Saver turn your things face down. You lose instantly. Can't synchro someone when your monsters are getting turned face down. They need to be face up for that shit. So, turn your shit face down, lose instantly. Either way, boys, I think that's, yeah, that'll be it for my box review. Thank you all for tuning in. Shiranui seems underwhelming. I mean, I called, Ritual Beast underwhelming, and they popped the fuck off, and I think these cards are, like, seem like just about as good as Ritual Beast, so it's probably going to be Pog. it's honestly probably going to be pretty Pog. Might make tier 3, we'll see. Yeah, that'll be it for this stream. Thank you all for tuning into the stream. If you're not following, make sure to follow. I'll be back tomorrow with the new event, which is I think a PvP event, so that should be pretty fun. Mess around with that shit. Then the day after that, I'll be back with messing around with the new cards, see what we got to do. Better than Blackwing? Probably not, I don't know. It's hard, I can't really rate how good the deck is. It's super like, yeah, I don't know. Either way, I'll be back tomorrow. Make sure to follow the stream if you're not already. Give me your Twitch Prime subs if you want to support the stream. I love Twitch Prime. It's fantastic. Yeah, I should have a new video tomorrow that I'll probably produce. That'll be fucking on a meme deck. So you look forward to that if you like. Either way, boys, I'm fucking out of here. Who's on to host? Nithros on? Alright, you can have me host. Nithros. Okay. Later, boys. Thank you all for tuning in. Send all my viewers over to Nithros. I'm probably still butchering his name. Later, nerds.